Almost there. We're gonna be okay. I love you. Both of you.
We love you too. Oh my god!
No! Send it down now!
Hold on!
Can't this thing move faster?
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god!
And that's the way the world ended.
We did it. We made it. We're okay.
Everyone please, step off the elevator and proceed up the stairs in an orderly fashion.
No need to worry, folks. We'll get everyone situated in your new home.
Hello everyone, the Army of Otters here. Welcome back to Vault Dweller. As we enter Vault 111, after the end of the world, we can find many humans still in shock, quite obviously. Anyone, you, me, your brother, your sisters, your wife, your husband, would all be in shock in such a situation. Vault 111's overseer quickly reassures us this is our new home. Who knows how long we'll be under here? This is now our home. The outside world is gone as we knew it. While there is a fiery hell above us, this is a very peaceful and homely place. We approach our new home, and we are inspected for radiation, and we are made sure that we are okay. We are then told we have to disinfect. We have to sanitize, cleanse ourselves of all of the pathogens and the radiation of the outside world. After all, we were just exposed to a nuclear blast. It makes perfect sense. This Vault-Tec doctor reassures us that everything is a-okay. He reassures us that we just have to sanitize ourselves and then we can move around and live freely within Vault 111. He tells us that we will have an orientation explaining everything to us and that it's okay. So we trust the good doctor and we move over to our sanitation pod. Only very quickly do we learn that it is not a sanitation pod. Instead, it is meant for a very deep cryo sleep. As we enter the pod, everything gets very cold.
Resident secure. Occupant vitals normal. Procedure complete. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Manual override initiated. Cryogenic station suspended.
This is the one. Here.
Open it.
Is it over? Are we okay?
Almost. Everything's going to be fine.
Come in. No, I got him.
Let the boy go. I'm only going to tell you once.
I'm not giving you Sean.
God damn it. Get the kid out of here and let's go. At least we still have the backup.
Cryogenic sequence reinitialized.
As we awaken from that terrible nightmare, we quickly learn that it was not a nightmare at all. Our wife is dead, and our son is God knows where. A truly horrific event. We open our wife's pod, only to find that her wedding ring is on her body, and there is nothing else that we can really take. We take her wedding ring, and we make a promise to get Sean back. Little do we know how much time has passed since she and Sean were taken from us. As we explore the rest of the vault, we quickly learn that there are no other survivors within Vault 111. Whatever the experiment was that was going on here obviously went very wrong. As we continue to explore Vault 111, we find a police baton to protect us from any evils within. A terminal lends us some light as to what transpired right after the bombs fell. Vault Tech was supposed to give an all clear to the Overseer and to the residents of Vault 111. But because of the atomic annihilation that took place outside, there was never an all clear to come in. And obviously the vaults were built for experiments, so who knows if this all clear was ever supposed to come in. Vault 111 was clearly supposed to test the effects of cryogenic sleep on living people. And the effects were obviously disastrous. It failed after not so many years. And here we are, 200 years after the end of the world. As we make our way through the vault, we find mutated cockroaches. Rad roaches in the terms of the wasteland. For an experienced otter such as myself, this is nothing new. But for the player character, this is rather bizarre. We can quickly read all of these terminals and learn that the security of Vault 111 and the Overseer had a bit of a falling out. Because there was no all clear from Vault Tech, the security wanted to open the vault, to leave. But the Overseer promised them that despite running low on supplies, there was an escape. However, based on the bodies that we find within, there was obviously no escape. The only exit was to the surface, and the Overseer denied them that right. The right to leave and to choose their own future. We quickly discover the Overseer's office, where we find the dead Overseer, who so kindly greeted us to Vault 111 at the very beginning, but now he's nothing more than a rotting skeleton. And we can find his terminal to find out more about the dispute between security, the doctors, and the Overseer. Vault 111 was not equipped for long-term survival like many other vaults. It was meant as a short-term experiment, but obviously Vault Tech never anticipated real atomic bombs being dropped across the wasteland. There isn't much in the Overseer's quarters, besides, well, a master lock and a weapon behind said master lock. We'll have to return one day. We'll have to return relatively shortly with a freaking amazing dog called Dogmeat in order to retrieve such a rifle. But that's it. Anyways, we continue our exit from Vault 111. As we approach the door, we find a Pip-Boy. And to our surprise, it fucking works. Imagine our luck. At least Vault Tech did one thing right, and that was building small computers that are, well, pretty much handhelds, but they are attached to our wrist. Activating the Pip-Boy, we attach it to the vault controls, and we are now able to leave Vault 111 and venture out into the wasteland. And as that vault door opens, we can only hope that everything that we just experienced was a figment of our imagination, a mere nightmare or dream. But as we will quickly learn, it is reality. The world as we knew it is gone. Left is a hostile and terrible place. A wasteland that is trying to kill us at every corner. As we see that glistening light as the vault opens, we, the player, only knows of the horror and terribleness that awaits us in the wasteland. But as we get our bearings and we realize the devastation that has overcome our world, well, ladies and gentlemen, we don't have time for that anymore. This is about Vault 111, and as far as I'm concerned, there's only one thing left of interest within Vault 111, And that is the Cryolator. This special weapon is kind of worthless by the time you're able to acquire it in the actual game. But I do remember when Fallout 4 first came out, people were over their heels when they found out Dogmeat here can recover the Cryolator without having to pick the lock. So I went and recruited Dogmeat and I headed back to Vault 111. Now I did research before doing this, and I found on some Reddit posts conflicting information. Some people said in the Fallout 4 remaster or next gen update that the glitch was broken and that it was patched by Bethesda. Other people said it still worked, just it took some time. I headed to Vault 111 after recruiting Dogmeat, and well, to my surprise, I found Dogmeat did not enter the vault with me. I tried waiting, I tried sleeping, none of that worked. But after sitting on the chair, Dogmeat showed up, and I was able to command her to get the weapon. I followed somebody's advice on Reddit. I put the dog inside of the cage. I stood on the outside of the cage, and I told the dog to fetch the Cryolator, or fetch an item specifically, and then Dogmeat picked up the Cryolator and brought it to me. Or rather, she put it in her inventory, but after trading, I was able to collect the Cryolator and all of the ammunition that comes with it. So yes, the glitch still works. Vault 111 was never truly intended to shield people from the nuclear apocalypse. Instead, it was an experiment intended to study the long-term effects of cryogenic sleep on humans. Obviously, that experiment failed. Who knows what happened to the data collected, and all but one, the sole survivor, perished in the Vault's cruel experiment. It was performed on unexpected victims. None of those people truly had any choice. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of Vault Delver. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Let me know of any recommendations or future video ideas. And as always, until next time.